Welcome back to the Prospectors Camp. I am pretty sick today with like a flu, pretty bad flu. This video is just kind of a little talking video. I'd like to mention up front, I am not a financial advisor. Obvious reasons why I have to say that, but I really am not. I'm just another person in this hobby. With that being said, today's video is just kind of about, at the current time I'm filming this is the 10th of January 2026. I think silver closed at 79.96 or something an ounce, and gold closed at like right around 4,500, I think. And so right now, as this is being filmed, we're in a very strong bull market. This bull market has been set up for a handful of decades, and it broke out of the cup and handle pattern last year. I don't think this is going to end soon. That's just my opinion. This video is to talk about, this is mainly a video for people that didn't just get into the market, you know, as it just had its boom. This is a video for mainly people that have had silver for a while, and maybe you got it at like 30 an ounce, maybe you got it at 15 an ounce, you know, maybe you got it even lower, you got it 40 an ounce, and right now, you know, any of those prices, it's either doubled, tripled, or quadrupled. So, if you have a lot of silver and you're a little nervous with how the price is right now and just how high it's going, one thing you can always do is move a little bit out of just, you know, precious metal bullion, you know, like these rounds or things like that, and you can move into graded coins. This is one of my favorite sets, and this is just the classic US commemorative half dollars. I love these things. I think they're extremely historic. I think they're awesome. So what you can do is, if you have a lot of silver and you are genuinely looking, you know, you're a little nervous with how high the price is, you don't know what it's going to do in the future, but maybe you want to move, you know, 20% out, but you don't want to hold cash. Well, if you don't want to hold cash and you really like the coin hobby, if you get into the right graded coins, you know, they're a lot safer compared to the silver price right now. As much as I want to keep saying silver's going to keep going, it's one of them things where it's risky, right? It's very volatile. And this is just a way to get into a little bit of the history, you know, of coins. And, you know, graded coins, there's all types of graded coins, you know, whatever you like. Personally, this is what I like. This is kind of one of the cheaper commemorative halves, even at MS65. One thing I do want to say, though, is say you have silver and you want to trade it for commemorative half or anything graded like this, anything like that, or a Carson City Morgan, anything. When you trade, the IRS views that as, if you have profit on that, it's still capital gains. So even though you trade, like if I was to walk somewhere and someone magically had a coin like this, and I had silver right now, and say the silver doubled since I bought it, as soon as you do that trade, then that is considered selling. So that's something to keep in mind. You know, obviously, I think you should just be able to trade something, but that's just the way it is now. So that's something to always, you know, keep track of. And that's why me personally, I haven't traded much. If anyone stays on this channel, you'll notice I ramble a lot like this. But that's just kind of how I am. So I don't think, personally, it's a bad idea to, if you're a little sketched out with how the price is now, or you're thinking of taking profits, but you don't trust the dollar and you don't want to get out of, you know, something with a little bit of precious metal value, and or you want something to look at that's historic like this. And another thing is, especially this set, like with these US commemorative halves that are like MS65 and up, they just keep going up in value. Like these coins, obviously it's not tracking silver right now. Silver's going really fast, but they're very stable. There's been periods of time where graded coins have, you know, dropped off, and whenever there's been past bull markets, you know, graded coins have kind of followed that negative pressure with silver and gold dropping, and it, you know, it drops a bit. If you love looking at coins, or there's coins you've wanted and you have a ton of silver, and you just want to get rid of some of the silver to kind of, you know, edge out just a little bit and kind of diversify. Don't get me wrong, it's still precious metals and coins, but like this is kind of pretty strong diversification if this is your hobby, is integrated coins. Now obviously there's like gold coins and stuff. I've had this one for a while. I actually had to buy this one. I didn't trade, but that's just a 1875 territorial California gold. Real tiny. But yeah, something to think about if you're very hesitant about holding everything you still have, and you know you don't want to risk kind of losing some profits or whatever, and you don't want to just straight up cash out, you want to stay in the hobby because it's what you like, then graded coins are a thing to look at. These are things here that I have had for a bit. I got these at Spot. I didn't even... That's another thing right now with premiums. I might do a separate video on that. But premiums are like disappearing around me right now. But think about it. You know, think about it. Like I said, this is another thing, is a lot of people think about what I'm talking about right now, and I wanted to mention it's the same as selling. Okay, so I understand it's trading. I understand it's just, you know, hand-to-hand trading with someone. But under, you know, what the IRS sees, that is capital gains if you gained off of that. So keep that in mind. So that's it for this short little video. Just a little ramble thing. I don't even know if this was helpful to anyone, but think about it. Think about it. If you're a little nervous with price, you love coins, you don't have anything graded, you kind of want to move and be a little bit more stable and like a hand of your position, then it's something to look at. Alright, thanks for watching the Prospector's Camp.